Sister asked me why. Sometimes I wear a crown on stage and wear a crown in my video. I told her because it's a movement. I crown myself. I believe I am a king. And I wear a crown on stage to represent and remind my people we all kings and queens, gods and goddesses. It's Elevation Nation.
And I know the love of my person. I come in peace.
This ain't up an echelon, who am I? Sean Barnes, PE for that new school louder. Then a bomb, rush the show, yo. We're in the league of flow, CHICAGO. And I love my folks, do it for my city and my nation. Plus the cause, any means necessary, get it. Obey the law, gang green, my disease needed. G's, get the G's and put them to some M's. Remember me, young illionaires, come here, running game, you play cool. Say y'all like they know. Call y'all, let me cool, go home. Had some money, class on principle. I will let my God make one move, then he broke it. The last hand, my head, is in confidence. I won't miss the claim, the fine hustle, with some muscle, watch, and I'm lifting it. Creatine don't need that, DNA don't like that. Fight for everything I got for real. Stay facts, king shit like T.I. is a cool. Ain't nothing new, a king of oneself, true shit. I hustle, standing on it like a statue. Don't move, pop, roll forward, now I'm riding for it too. I'm a soldier on it, march step, no legal rest, whole tap, more peace till I get a bigger piece. Respect that, I'm a soldier on it, march step, no legal rest, whole tap, more peace till I get a bigger piece.
Young sister asked me why. Sometimes I wear a crown on stage and wear a crown in my video. I told her because it's a movement. I crown myself. I believe I am a king. And I wear a crown on stage to represent and remind my people we all kings and queens, gods and goddesses. It's Elevation Nation.
And I know the love of my person. I come in peace. No doubt.
This ain't up an echelon, who am I? Sean Barnes, PE for that new school louder. Then a bomb, rush the show, yo. We're in the league of flow, CHICAGO. And I love my folks, do it for my city and my nation. Plus the cause, any means necessary, get it. Obey the law, gang green, my disease needed. G's, get the G's and put them to some M's. Remember me, young illionaires, come here, running game, you play cool. Say y'all like they know. Call y'all, let me cool, go home. Had some money, class on principle. I will let my God make one move, then he broke it. The last hand, my head, is in confidence. I won't miss the claim, the fine hustle, with some muscle, watch, and I'm lifting it. Creatine don't need that, DNA don't like that. Fight for everything I got for real. Stay facts, king shit like T.I. is a cool. Ain't nothing new, a king of oneself, true shit. I hustle, standing on it like a statue. Don't move, pop, roll forward, now I'm riding for it too. I'm a soldier on it, march step, no legal rest, whole tap, more peace till I get a bigger piece. Respect that, I'm a soldier on it, march step, no.
Rewind that one more time before we get started. Hit the like button, the share, subscribe, tap in. Elevation Nation Conversations. Hip hop culture ain't my culture.
Sometimes I wear a crown on stage.
Hip hop culture ain't my culture. It shouldn't be yours either.
I crown myself. I believe I am a king. And I wear a crown on stage to represent and remind my people we all kings and queens, gods and goddesses. It's Elevation Nation.
And I know the love of my person. I come in peace. No doubt.
This ain't up an echelon, who am I? Sean Barnes, PE for that new school louder. Then a bomb, rush the show, yo. We're in the league of flow, CHICAGO. And I love my folks, do it for my city and my nation. Plus the cause, any means necessary, get it. Obey the law, gang green, my disease needed. G's, get the G's and put them to some M's. Remember me, young illionaires, come here, running game, you play cool. Say y'all like they know. Call y'all, let me cool, go home. Had some money, class on principle. I will let my God make one move, then he broke it. The last hand, my head, is in confidence. I won't miss the claim, the fine hustle, with some muscle, watch, and I'm lifting it. Creatine don't need that, DNA don't like that. Fight for everything I got for real. Stay facts, king shit like T.I. is a cool. Ain't nothing new, a king of oneself, true shit. I hustle, standing on it like a statue. Don't move, pop, roll forward, now I'm riding for it too. I'm a soldier on it, march step, no legal rest, whole tap, more peace till I get a bigger piece. Respect that, I'm a soldier on it, march step, no legal rest, whole tap.
YouTube family, what's going on? Elevation Nation Conversations. What is this? Episode 3? If you're not including the intro and introduction. So Elevation Nation Conversations, episode 3 or 4, however you want to look at it. Hip hop culture ain't my culture. It shouldn't be yours either. Hip hop culture ain't my culture, and it shouldn't be yours either. You dig? What's up? Hit that like, share, subscribe button. You know, share it with all your people. Everybody come in, have a little conversation. I was debating if I was going to do something today. You know, I don't know, as many of y'all know, I had a company. You know, I had a trucking company, couple trucks, couple drivers. Had it for a couple years. You know, it was a beautiful thing. Had it for a couple years. It was a beautiful thing. I didn't have to drive and none of that. You know, I was dispatching my trucks and, you know, running the business and all that. But I recently shut it down, and we in a rebuilding phase right now. So that was actually one of the most peaceful times in my life was when I was running my company. Even though it was a lot of work, hard work, you know, tedious, you know, a lot of paperwork, a lot of rules and regulations, a lot of things you have to do. I loved it because I was able to have my time free. I was able to have plenty of free time. I was able to get up, take care of my business with my drivers, get them running, get them going. Then I could take my daughter to school, pick her up from school, spend time with her. I had more time to get into other businesses, do other things. So it was a beautiful experience. You know, we're going to get back to it, but I said I'm going to document the whole process, you know, hold myself accountable to it, have y'all hold me accountable to it as well. You know, I thrive off of that. I believe in that, you know, God body. Those of you that understand it. If you know, you know. It don't need too much of an explanation. But in the simplest form is I believe I am a God. I've been saying that way before Kanye was saying it and all that, but I believe God is in me. You know, he breathed life into me. So I am a part of him. I have powers such as, you know, he does. So I'm able to think things, speak them, and bring them into fruition. It doesn't happen instantly, but it happens. It might take some time, but it's still, you know, that's how it is. So God, Body, Sean, Elevation Nation Conversations. I was this last couple weeks, it was the 50th year of hip hop. You know, so I know everybody saw all the celebrations and you know, and the shows celebrating 50 years of hip hop. You know, I salute that. You know, I'm a part of it. I was a hip hop, you know, rap artist. So, you know, it's one of the things that I like to do. You know, I used to like to do. It let me show my creative side, and you know, it gave me some inspiration. You know, it gave me motivation, man. You know, it gave me a voice, and you know, I was a part of the generation. You know, from breakdancing and you know, being an artist. You know, all of that, and I was just sitting back, you know, looking at all the celebrations that they had going on, all the shows, and you know, all the different artists doing their things, and I started thinking though, I was hearing a lot of people say, you know, hip hop is my culture. You know, I am hip hop, and I'm, you know, my culture this, and I was thinking like, yeah, I like hip hop. I like, you know, I love music. I like doing it, but it ain't my fucking culture. It's not my culture. It's one piece of my culture, you know, as far as, you know, things that I like and things that I believe in, things that I partake in, you know, traditions and things like that. But nah, it's not my fucking culture. Not at all. And it shouldn't be yours either. Yeah, hip hop ain't my culture. It's not my culture. And matter of fact, the definition of culture is I got this from I Googled it, and it says the definition of culture is all the ways of life, including arts, beliefs, and institutions of a population that are passed down from generation to generation. I'll read that again. Say all the ways of life, including arts, beliefs, and institutions of a population that are passed down from generation to generation. So it's basically things that you believe in, things that represent you and your beliefs and what you like and what you do in your culture, and these things that you pass down to the next generation, and it kind of keeps going and going and going and going. You know, that's how culture is defined. It's like soul food. Soul food is a part of, you know, Black culture. You know, soul food is those recipes that our ancestors, you know, back in the days on the slave plantations and when they were given the scraps and just the leftover shit, you know, they were making the best out of it that they could, you know, in order to feed their families so they can nourish their body and their spirits and keep them going through those horrible times. Yeah, repeat that again. Keep them going through those horrible times. And so that kind of transformed into, you know, a part of the Black culture, you know, the soul food, because it was passed down from generation to generation to generation, and it still goes on to this day. You know, certain dishes, certain ways that they made, you know, certain I guess times of the year when they make them and things like that. I know my mom used to always say, I think around New Year's or New Year's Eve, or whatever, make some black eyed peas or something like that, or some grit. I mean, not some grits, or some black eyed peas, or like some greens or something like that. And I guess that's a tradition because, you know, she's from the South, she's from Mississippi, and I guess it's supposed to bring you good, like money and good luck and fortune for the new year. So I remember my mama telling me that, make you some black eyed peas, make you some greens for the new year, New Year's Eve, so you can have for the new year. And I used to do it, but I don't know if it was working too damn much. You know, but that's one of the parts of culture. And I was looking at a lot of the shows, man, and the hip hop things, and I was just like, some of the hip hop and the music that's going on right now, I can't rock with it. Some of the music and some of, you know, some of the shit the artists be saying now, what they be doing, and this is that, I can't rock with it. I'm like, that part right there, that ain't my fucking culture. I don't know what they talking about, what they doing. That's definitely not what I was doing. And that record that I was playing in the beginning of the podcast, that was me. You know, that was one of my records called Hotep. No peace till we get a piece. And you know, that was just music that I was always trying to do, motivation music and uplift and elevate and motivating, you know, my brothers to keep moving and growing and building and, you know, going to do something different. But the rap culture, right? Excuse me. Everything that's popular right now, a lot of that shit, man, I can't even listen to it. I can't even listen to it. Real talk. Maybe it's I'm getting old, or I'm just I'm out of the mix, or whatever you want to call it, but I don't be rocking with it. A lot of this shit they got going on now, they call rap music, whatever. I can't rock with it. You know, just the shit they be saying. I know I was in the music game, and just by me being in it to the small level that I was in it, I was seeing it in LA and, you know, in Atlanta and stuff like that. I'm like, man, these cats, man, I don't know what they talking about. You know, I'm from Chicago, you know. I used to be in the streets a little bit, you know, not no super duper, you know, street dude or all that, but I was in it to a certain, you know, to a certain level and a certain extent. And I was using the music to get the fuck away from the streets. Real talk. I wasn't finna get on record talking about none of that. I'm selling dope, or I'm cooking up heroin with the quinine and sifting it through the sifters and wearing masks and bagging that shit up. Hell no. Nah, I wasn't speaking on none of that in my music. You know, you speak on it, but you speak on it in a way where you ain't incriminating yourself and you ain't glorifying it. Because I knew, man, that's telling. That's telling on yourself. So I was in the music. I was getting in the music to get away from that. I don't know what these niggas be doing. They want to get on record talking about they in the trap house. They got bricks and they doing this and doing that. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Nah, I can't subscribe to that. That right there just don't make no sense to me. You did? That right there don't make no sense to me. They getting on record. All they want to talk about is the ops. The ops. Everybody a op. My man down the street a op. My man around the corner a op. Everybody in the same little 4-block radius, but everybody a op. You know, I mean, I understand it, you know, to a certain extent. You know, when you're in the streets and you live in a certain lifestyle and doing certain things, there are certain, you know, things that are not great or not good at all that come with it. But damn, you know, very rarely do you hear them talk about the police or ops. Well, we finna go bang and bust on the police, or we land them down, or this and that, or you know, the popos or the 5-0. They always talking about, you know, Mike down the street, or Pookie over here. I'm ready to go lay him flat and lay him down and shoot up his house. You know, that death culture. Going against the ones that look like you, that's in your immediate vicinity. Scared to go over there, you know, where the money at or where they at and do something over there. They in the vicinity of their own, you know, doing to their own and all of that. So I'm looking. I don't know where the music is going. You know, not all of it is bad. It's still some dope artists out there that's saying something. You know, putting out some dope shit. But the stuff that's most popular and what the industry is promoting and pushing the most, it'd be that nonsense shit. It'd be that shit that I can't even I can't co-sign. I can't co-sign on that shit. A lot of these niggas sound like they don't even like women. The way they talk about them and the way they, you know, talking about they busting them down and they want to flip her with you know, with his man and this and that and sharing. I'm taking your bitch, and I ain't never want to take no another nigga chick like that. I don't need this. I got my own. I'm going to Mac on my own, or you know, holler at my own. Man, I don't know where that egotism shit comes from. That bravado. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a man thing to a certain extent. And when you're getting on the mic, you know, you bragging and boasting, and I guess that's a way of boasting and you know, going at the other MC if you battling and things like that. So you're boasting, you know, I take your chick and woo woo woo. But in the early days, it was a little bit more fun with it, and a little bit more, you know, you know, like we just talking shit. But now, man, these dudes be acting like it's just real deal. Like that's all they about. I can't relate to none of it. And I honestly, when I like really kind of stopped doing the whole music thing and started going more into like business and trying, you know, do entrepreneurship and things like that, I really stopped listening to a lot of music. I wasn't even checking for a lot of it. I was just so out of the mix. You know, I was listening to podcasts. I was researching business stuff and, you know, ways to create income and studying about stocks and things like that. So I was kind of just out of the mix, man. I was just kind of done with all that shit. And I can't rock with it. I can't relate to a lot of it. The music, you know, the music and the beats be sounding good, and you know, it gets you charged up and pumped up when you want to go in the gym and throw them weights around and you know and get your testosterone moving and you know moving and grooving and flowing. So I get it, you know, it provides a certain level of energy to it, but man, you gotta have some balance. Can we please have some balance in the music now? Can we have a little bit of balance? Just a little bit of balance. Just a little bit. All women ain't bitches. All women ain't hoes. All your brothers ain't ops. You know? And we need more balance in it. You know, hip hop is not my culture. It shouldn't be yours either. When I remember one of the groups that inspired me the most was Public Enemy, man. man, Public Enemy was dope. I saw them in concert back in the day. Man, they changed my fucking life. Seeing them on stage, and they had like all the S1Ws. They were standing on these platforms, and they had like fake machine guns, but they had the sound effects, and it was like they were like militant with it. You know, they like on some Black Panther shit. You know, they was militant when they was speaking on what we going through and you know, relevant topics and just real like it was just a whole different vibe, man. It gave me a whole different feeling than a lot of the music would what it give me now. So I pretty much have checked out from the whole hip hop thing, unless it's just really something dope, man, and they really saying something that's dope and it's progressive. I can check for it and rock with it. I was listening to some old NWA the other day. Matter of fact, I was in the gym and I was just looking for something that I ain't heard in a long time. And I was just, I said, all right, let me pull up, NWA. I remember I used to love that when I was younger. And I pulled up the NWA album. What was it? 100 Miles and Running. I pulled up that album. And I pulled up the NWA album, Niggas for Life. And I was, just strolling through, reminiscing, listening to the records, man, grooving. Just getting my groove on, working out, man, trying to, get my pump on and get busy with it. And it was a couple songs on there that I said, damn, hold on. I'm a grown ass man now. I got a daughter and a son and a wife and all that. I'm listening to it. So I'm listening to it different. I done elevated. I've been reading and got a little wisdom. You see the gray hairs in the beard. So I done got a little wisdom. And I was listening to the record. It was one called She Swallowed It. Matter of fact, I pulled up the lyrics on it. It was She Swallowed It. And it was MC Ren, he rapped the whole song. Matter of fact, Public Enemy on right now. Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. You dig? Public Enemy. I'm a black man, and I can never be a veteran. Public Enemy said, I'm a black man, and I can never be a veteran. But back to the topic. I was listening to that NWA album, and when I was working out, and I started just listening to some of the records, and that song She Swallowed It came on, and MC Ren, he had his lyrics, and one of his verses, he was saying some shit. When it caught my ear, I was like, damn. I used to listen to this shit. Like it hit me all the way different. Then I started thinking, what in the world made these niggas rap this shit on record? Like when you rapping and you recording, you listening to your shit, so you hear it back and you hearing it, and they agreeing with this shit and the shit that they saying. I mean, I get it. They were young men, but even as a young man, I ain't never said no shit like this where I'm talking about raping no woman or none of that. These are some of the lyrics to the song. It was he said, and for the shit that she does, give her a drum roll, because the dumb licks out the asshole and she'll let you videotape her. And if you got a ganger, I'll let you RAP or rape her. I hope I don't get no strike on this video, nothing like that. But I listened, I said, damn, it just stopped me in my tracks. I'm like, man, hold on. I put the weights down, man. I had to go and go back on the song. I said, damn. These grown ass men say this shit, man. And then the record companies was letting them just put this shit out there. They didn't give a fuck. The record companies didn't give a fuck. They were like, go on, put this shit out to your community. Yeah, talk that shit to y'all and corrupt their minds and the young men minds and Yeah, let y'all hear that shit. I was like, damn. And let me see. And and this is in the same verse. And then in the next line, he was like, she likes sucking on dicks and licking up the nut, and don't even take the broomstick up the butt. Man, for real? I don't even like saying that shit. And I'm just reading the lyrics of somebody else, just as a grown ass man. I know it ain't all roses and sunshine out here and shit do happen, man. But how these grown ass men get up there and rap it? How could you even feel confident and comfortable rapping that shit on stage? That's one thing when I was doing music, man. I wasn't making no records that I couldn't see myself doing on stage in front of them. You know, I used to have visions when I was writing my records and stuff like that. When I was writing, I'll be thinking like I'm visualizing and saying, man, I'm in like a stadium. I'm in like the crowd of 1 million people doing my music. So that's how you kind of charge yourself up and you kind of get your swag on because you're like, man, in front of 1 million people doing this shit. So you try to write your best shit. Even when I was doing that shit, writing my records, I was thinking to myself, I can't say certain shit and be on no stage in front of 1 million people saying that shit. Like, I wouldn't even feel right. I wouldn't even feel right saying certain shit. And I never did put it in my records. You know? And now when I look back on it, I guess I'm just too solid. Just real fucking talk. I'm just too solid to be saying some shit like that. And that's just real shit. Not even gassing myself up or having delusions or grandeur or none of that. I was like, man, I can't say no shit like that. I'm too solid for that. I'm like, man. And let me see. And then it was another verse, you know, that MC Ren had in that song, in that same song. And let me see. Let me see. Yeah, and in this verse, I guess this is the third verse when she swallowed it, and he was saying, he said, I couldn't see her face, all I saw was a pussy in her chest. I wanted to see the face. I felt, I felt I oughta. People over the seat, oh shit, it's the preacher's daughter, and she's only 14 and a hoe. This grown ass man. This grown ass nigga, MC Ren, on this record, she swallowed it. He rapping in a record saying, peeped over the seat, oh shit, it's the preacher's daughter. He ain't got no respect for the church or just the word or, you know, woo, woo, woo. He's saying, and she's only 14 and a hoe. So this grown ass man is rapping about being a pedophile. MC Ren, this grown ass man, is rapping on this record about being a pedophile. When I was in the gym and I heard that shit, I was like, oh man, that shit, it hit me all the way wrong, man. I said, damn. And I used to just be bumping and listening to this shit when I was younger. Wasn't even really cognitive or cohesive for what I'm, you know, seeping into my mind and just bobbing my head to it and listening to the music, bobbing my head. I said, damn, you know, man. And it just got me to thinking, like, man, how many other rappers be on that bullshit? Speaking and putting this shit to our culture, you know, to our people, you know, our families. I said, wow. And then now these are the old school cats. These are old school cats. We ain't even talking about today what, you know, what niggas like Future and all them be saying, and, you know, all these other rappers, you know, Lil Boozy and whoever else you want to name. I can't even name some of them. I don't even be tapped in with it like that. I can't even remember, you know, none of their names like that. So But I'm just like, man, I grew up on LL too. Rock the Bells and My Radio and all that. I grew up on them. I was listening to one of his songs, and and it ain't even funny because the topic, but it's funny because I'm just like, damn, I wasn't never really paying attention to it like that when I was younger, and now it's hitting me different. But it was an LL Cool J song. It was called Big Old Butt. And in the records, he was talking about how he say when he's talking about Tina got a big old butt. I know I told you I'd be true, but Tina got a big old butt, so I'm leaving you. And then in the verse, he say, I went to the high school about 3:00 to try to catch a cutie riding my jock. Let me see. He said, he said in this verse, say, to try to catch a cutie riding my jock. My homeboy's Jeep, the system blasting, cold 40 dogs smiling and laughing, girls all over, the kind I adore. I felt like a kid in a candy store. That's when I seen her. Her name was Brenda. She had the kind of booty that I always remember. I said to my man, stop the Jeep. She's only 17, but yo, don't sleep. She only 17, but yo, don't sleep. So he grown, because he said in the record, he got a cold 40 dog. They driving, they riding. So he got to be over 19, maybe 20 or 21 of them. And he up at the high schools messing with 17-year-olds. This LL. Yeah, this Mr. In the House. Mr. What is it? NCIS TV show or whatever. Now we just had the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and he had the Force concert, and he older than me. He in his like early 50s. How could you even be on stage rapping some of this shit and not even feel a certain way? I wouldn't even feel. I would feel a certain way, man. Even rapping some of this shit, man. Being up on stage, saying some of this shit, I would feel a certain way. Being on stage, just rapping, saying some of this shit. So when y'all hear some of these cats talk about hip hop as my culture and all that shit, nah, hip hop ain't my culture. It's one small, minute piece of my culture, which is in the bigger scheme of things that I, that I like or I partake in and things like that. But man, nah, hip hop ain't my culture. It's some parts of that shit that I just don't fuck with. I don't rock with. No, sir. I don't rock with it. Don't rock with the part of a lot of the records. They talk about killing. They're talking about killing a brother in a minute. All through the whole record. I'm killing the ops. I'm killing this. I'm killing him. I'm killing that. Hitting you with the street sweeper. I got the switch on the stick. All that shit. I'm smoking on Tuka and all that shit. They making records about this, man. They got one song where they remixed a pop song, and then they were saying, "Wonder why smoking on." I'm like, man, these cats really don't know what they be putting in the universe. Words got power. That tongue is deadly. That tongue is deadly. And you got these cats talking about who they killed. You got rappers getting locked up because they talking about shit they done did in their records. So they putting in their records the shit they did. Now them people, the FBI and all the rest, they listening to their records, they getting hints and clues and coming back and locking your ass up. How dumb is that? So on top of the fact it's stupid because you're killing your brother over some dumb shit, probably some stupid ass shit like a little chick or some stupid or petty. And then you go back and rap about it. So the whole world can hear it. Now they locking your ass up. And now, when you get locked up, they got this whole thing with everybody, all this snitches and the rat and the snitches and the rats. Now you getting locked up. Now you snitching to get your ass out. Man, the rap game is so fucking full of snitches and rats and chump ass, simp ass niggas. It ain't funny. I saw it firsthand. The rap game is full of simp ass niggas, chump ass niggas, rat ass niggas, snake ass niggas, all that. All that. Half them niggas y'all be going to see in concert and cheering for on these videos, man, they up in there tricking to the police, telling shit and tricking on these females because they ain't never had no female. They ain't got no game. They ain't got no mouthpiece. They can't get no females unless they paying for it or whatever. Man, don't be fooled by these rappers. Don't be fooled by these rappers. That shit is a facade. That shit is a facade. Don't be fooled by these damn rappers, man. I'm sitting here looking at a video right now on mute, and you got Cameron, Mace, and Jadakiss. All these niggas over 45, 46, 47, 48, still rapping and sounding like they 18. Ain't none of these niggas elevated. They ain't talking about none of that. Mace was a whole pastor. Got a wife, congregation, and all that, but he ain't talking about none of that. Just real shit. He back trying to be Murder Mace. You 47, 48 years old, talking about you Murder Mace, and you hardcore and this and that, but you weren't hardcore when Puff Daddy was taking your publisher. Had you crying like a bitch because he had you sign that contract and took your publisher. Nah. Nope. These rap niggas is clowns. There's some dope ones out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not speaking on all of them. And I was an artist. I was in that genre, in that game. So I ain't no holier than thou. I'm not no angel. I'm not no perfect person. None of that. I done made a lot of fucking mistakes. Done some stupid shit. All that. But I wasn't doing it like that. Ain't no way in the world I could get on the mic and put that in the universe talking about I'm finna go kill these niggas and raping any females and all that, smoking on ops and all that. I wouldn't even think about no shit like that, man. That tongue is powerful. That tongue is powerful. And now you got this whole thing with all these podcasts are talking about paperwork parties. They talk about paperwork about this guy, that guy. This rapper was ratting and telling and tricking. I did a record about that shit damn near 12 years ago. It was called Feds, F-E-D-S, fuck entering the system. And I was basically telling them, man, stay away from that system, man. All these niggas is ratting. You got 10 kingpins, 9 of them gonna snitch. Yeah, you got 10 kingpins, 9 of them gonna snitch. I say it in the record. The record is called Feds, F-E-D-S. So these niggas been tricking and telling on each other and doing whole shit. Rap music is so much of a facade that you got one of the biggest rappers that's in the game, that's one of the most popular, Drake. Drake from Canada. Drake was on a TV show called Degrassi High. Now he the most champagne poppy, most macking this nigga, this, that, and he got the crew and they got the tools and they'll lay something, dang it. He said, I don't know, one of his records, he say, a lot of my guys, they don't rap, they don't be in the booth, but they'll lay something. Nigga, you from the Degrassi High TV show. You a whole actor. But now you the toughest guy on the mic. You the most pimpish players do out there, and we know you just be paying. No, you just straight be paying. I sit back and look at it and laugh. Now it's funny to me. I look at a lot of these rappers, man. I be like, man, funny to me. Just doing dumb shit. Even if the jewelry is real. I know some of them do wear the real jewelry. Does have value. If you're not messing it up by putting diamonds all in your watches and all that, some of that stuff do hold its value, and you fall off, you can kind of trade that in, whatever, get some money, get back on your feet or whatever like that. But a lot of these cats be wearing the fake jewelry, fake, ain't got no money, renting cars, all for an image. All for an image. So this 50-year hip hop, I had to take a look at myself first and say, man, you represent this? Does this represent you? Some of this stuff? Nah. Not as no grown man. Nah. So I had to, get on here and pop my shit about it. Nah, hip hop culture is not my culture, does not represent me. And now, a lot of the chicks, man, they sound as hard as the dudes. You got chicks on there just straight talking about, they don't give a fuck. They sucking it up, they taking it, they yah, booty hole brown, pussy hole pink, all that. So you got the females trying to compete with the niggas with how ratchet and how down and dirty they can rap or talk and get with. Women looking like whole men, sound like men. Don't even look feminine no more, man. Aggressive. And then you got the white boys. They come get in the culture. They soak it up, get big, get some fame, get the money. Then they say fuck the culture. The white boys come in, do their thing. Yeah, I'm bro. They do the white boy. I'm the white brother. I'm cool. Woo, woo, woo. They come get in, get them some money, man, and get up out of it. What's that dude name? Kid Rock. Kid Rock a whole rebel now. He a whole fucking Confederate supporter. He don't even rock with rap music no more. He talking about he represent the Confederate flag and he a good old boy and a country boy and he doing rock and yeah, but we let him in and they we supporting him and rocking with him and all this, man. They should have been get your ass on up out of here. So they come in, exploit the culture and get out and say, fuck y'all. So yeah, it's hip hop culture, man. Happy 50th anniversary. It's it has helped create a lot of wealth for a lot of people, a lot of generations. It's done some major things. It's done a lot of major, some good things for a lot of people that's in the culture and in the game. But at what expense though? Some of it, man, it got us looking bad on TV. Real bad, And then you gotta think these images, they going out all around the world. So when you go over when you get a passport and you going and you traveling and you moving around, they looking at you off the stereotypes that they see off of the rap videos and the rap music and all that. we even got football and basketball players wanting to be fucking rappers. You a whole sports player, professional sports player, and you want to be a rapper. You want to be like them. So this shit is it's gotten out of control, man. It's time for us to get a hold to it and reel it back in, man, and correct it from the direction it's going, man. Because the direction it's going, man, that shit is ugly. It's getting ugly. It ain't even They say nowadays a lot of record companies ain't even signing rappers no more. They can't even make money off them or whatever. They not even signing them. So we're gonna burn out our own culture. There was a picture. Matter of fact, I might change the thumbnail that's on this video right here. I might change that thumbnail. And I'm gonna put this picture. There's a picture of like a lot of the young black men that were murdered and killed or whatever that were in hip hop. There were artists who were trying to be in the hip hop and this and that. Man, that motherfucking collage is ridiculous, man. You don't see no shit like that in R&B or in jazz or in pop or in rock or any of that. We created all that shit, blacks. But just looking at that picture of the hip hop and all the brothers that have passed away, I said, man, that's some sick shit. It's fucking sick culture. So it's fucking sick culture, man. I'm talking with a lisp a little bit because I'm trying to get my teeth game right. I've always wanted to get my teeth game correct. But I said I don't want to get no damn braces. So I said I'm gonna get the Invisalign. So you put the Invisalign in and you get your teeth all straight and looking good. You ain't got to go get all these all the what they call them, fake teeth, veneers. How your shit looking all crazy. I got my real teeth up in here, get mine taken care of. So I'm kind of getting used to it, talking with this thing on your mouth. It's called a Invisalign. Get your smile right. Grown man shit. I'm constantly elevating my game. But yeah, hip hop culture ain't my culture. I like doing music. I like a lot of music out there. I listen to some of the ratchet shit too. But the other day when I was in the gym, man, I was listening to that NWA album and I started hearing some of that shit. It just made me start thinking and just going over in my head. Let me go back and listen to some of these other artists that I've been listening to for years and years. And I'm like, damn, these niggas was saying some foul shit on record. What part of the game is that? What you know about that? That's the hashtag. That's the hashtag saying. What you know about that? And I was just amazed. Like, man, I grew up on this. No telling how that music has affected my thinking or my brain or this and that. It's crazy. Really had me thinking, man. I don't even play rap music around my daughter. I got an 8-year-old daughter. I don't even play rap music around her unless it's certain genre, a certain type of rap music or whatever. Man, man, please. Hell, fuck no. We need to get to doing music with somatics. Somatics. Google that, look it up. I think it's spelled CYMATICS. Somatics. I had a record where I said I'm making music with somatics, healing vibrations, trying to heal my niggas in the streets to build a nation. Somatics is like the vibration of a music. It's like the levels and the ohms, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's the decibels and things like that where the music come out and the wavelengths that come out. You can have some that's healing vibrations, and you can have some that's low vibration, that's deaf or whatever vibrations. So somatics, some that come out with healing vibrations, some that come out with not so good vibration they can call destruction. And I made a record and I put it in there. I said I'm making music with somatics, healing vibrations, trying to heal my niggas in the streets to build a nation. So we got to catch this hip hop thing for the next 50 years and try to change it around, turn it around, man, because it's looking bad right now. It's looking bad. You got grown men walking around with their pants down to their fucking knees, showing their drawers, walking around in drawers, ass all out, looking crazy. And what's even crazy is you got a lot of women that be loving that shit, supporting that shit. But hip hop ain't my culture. I dig it. I rock with some of it. But some of it I can't agree with. When I heard some of them records, I said, man, these grown ass men saying this shit, I can't rock with it. But hit that like, share, subscribe button. Tap in with me. Elevation Nation Conversations, God Body Sean. Trying to be consistent with this. It's this YouTube thing, and trying to do this content. It's a full-time job. Not only do I go work, I'm back in the 9 to 5 thing, working 10, 12, sometimes 14-hour days. And when I do have my daughter, I get up from school and, got to get her home and spend time with her, do homework with her, cook for her, put her to sleep. Then I got, you got to force yourself to get on there and do this content. So being consistent with it, staying motivated with it, being intentional with it. So the podcast is going to get better. Keep tapping in with me, supporting, liking, sharing, subscribing. We're going to keep building and keep going. Just, talking about topics, a lot of different topics, everything. So hopefully we can elevate from some of this, start dropping some game on, some different topics and things like that. So it's going to keep elevating, basically. We'll keep growing and keep elevating and, support your man. I'm out. 1.